Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a special guest.
I'm Deja Draper and I was the previous assistant manager
at Smoothie King. I started off as a team member, then I was promoted to a team lead.
I started off as a team member too. I was actually making $7.50, but that's like minimum wage. And then I transitioned to team lead to assistant manager.
Yeah. And I started off at $8, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unfair.
They did her dirty.
Because I was making $7.50 for like almost a year. I don't remember, but before I was team lead, it was like $7.50 and then I made $8, so. And
I got promoted in like 3 months.
Yeah. So, but I was also like the original there, and I was also the youngest at the time. Like I was 16 while everybody else was like in college or going to college, so it was like a different scenario.
What I pretty much did as a team member was make smoothies, clean up. That was it. That's what we did as team members. Then when we became team leads, we were like the manager of the show.
Yeah, and we would like, if there's a customer issue, we would like help them, and then also we would do the count the drawers and stuff like that at the end of the night.
You're right. Okay.
And lock up.
I never did that.
Oh yeah, because I was always working.
She was always there.
Yeah, so.
And I didn't like the look of the money. It just looked like math.
Well, you never did it at all?
Never.
You did it once. I tried to teach you.
Yeah, but I never did it.
Okay. I like doing it, but
she was always doing it. Did you have to dress?
Yeah. And just to explain like what I did as assistant manager, that was more than a team lead. It was everything that I was doing, but then I also did inventory, and I was also usually like the main person people would go to if there's an issue, rather than like any of the team leads. So also we were in like a manager group chat, and then, you know.
And you got paid for it too.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot higher.
I got a lot higher.
First question is, this one's probably a joke. What's the location? We're located in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody said, why did the bananas look awful? They're all rotten. Can you explain that? We had to move to the car for reasons. So the last question we left off on was, why did the bananas look awful? They're all rotten.
Okay, so pretty much that's what a ripe banana is. The riper the banana, the sweeter the taste. The look of it really doesn't really affect the taste too much, because it's actually making it better by making it sweeter. So it's not rotten.
Is working at Smoothie King hard? Personally, for me, I think it's one of the easiest fast food places to work at. You can't beat Smoothie King, I feel, unless like you work at Boba Tea or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Especially in the food place, like if you're trying to work in fast food, do Smoothie King, because it's definitely not hard at all. I think the only thing is, if it's too busy and there's not enough people, that's what makes it hard. But other than that, it's not hard at all. Like, it's actually pretty chill.
The only time for me it got really hard was when nobody wanted to like work.
Because we were really hard workers.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, I actually never done it. Once I got promoted, I was like, let me just work hard.
What type of interview questions were there? People asked a few questions about the interview.
I came in when they first opened. So my interview was a little different because it was the owner and her husband. It was like, what's your name? What school do you go to? And just like personal questions. But she kind of came in later on in that story. So how was yours?
I mean, I didn't look too nice, but I just wore a casual attire. She asked me, like, what's my name? How old am I? Easy questions that anybody can answer. And like, what was my last work experience? And it was like a total of 5 minutes at most, and I think she said that I might start working next week, and I just left, and I got the job. And
then they also knew she was my friend, so that was another thing.
That's true.
My interview was like 10 minutes, and then they honestly just wanted to get to know like my personality and then like what's going on in my life, and they kind of just hired me at that spot. So
because they needed workers.
They were new. So.
Can you do a cash register tutorial? Do you guys want me to get fired? Because at the time I was working there, like, I can't do that, and I almost thought it was a joke, but then a few more people asked that question, and somebody underneath that said, please. I was like, I can't do that. I mean, the question's kind of tough. They ask for a smoothie, we click on the smoothie, and then it shows the price. They pay the price, and it shows the change.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, and then the ticket comes out.
Yeah, it's like self-explanatory.
Yeah. How many days did you train for?
I trained for 3 days, and we actually had a professional trainer come in. So yeah, it was an entire 3 days, and we played like games, was getting to know the smoothies. We even had like a party, but it wasn't really a party. We just had like our friends and a bunch of other people come in and get free smoothies.
I was one of them.
But yeah, it was fun, and I was like able to get to know some of like the previous employees. So
for me, it was it was like a ongoing process. Like, it was never a specific train day. It's like I always worked with her and people would just tell me what to do, you know. Exactly. And then eventually you catch on. So how many days do I train for? I would say about a week. But yours was, you said 3 weeks?
3 days.
Oh,
it was 3 days, but it was like we weren't even working. The store wasn't open. Okay. It was just training for like a few hours, 3 days in a row.
Was learning the drinks difficult?
Not at all, because the recipe is actually on the thing. I think sometimes if you're new, finding where all this stuff is at can be a little difficult, but in general, you catch on and then the recipe is right there, so it's not difficult at all.
Once you start doing it for a long time, some of them you just memorize no matter what.
Yeah, I'm not even lying when I tell you, I was working there for 2 years, and I feel like I know every single smoothie. Like, if I go back there, you don't gotta show me the recipe out.
Exactly. I applied for cashier. Is it hard? If all you do there is be the cashier, then no, that's not hard at all. But I don't think that's possible, is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if your location would be different, but for us, it's not really like cashier positions. You're just a team member. You kind of do everything. But if you do just decide to stay with this cash register, it shouldn't be hard. But when it gets busy, it might be a little stressful.
Does the cashier tell you how much money to give back? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Do y'all get free smoothies since y'all are employees?
Yes. We got free smoothies every shift.
I kind of took it a little far because, you know, when you have a family, man, but like I would take a lot home.
She would do like 40-ounce smoothies for everybody in her family.
That was like the first week or first 2 weeks.
Yeah, but actually, like they actually had an issue with that right when we like quit.
Yeah.
So, you know,
as soon as we quit, they said they're taking it seriously now. Like, y'all can't do that anymore.
And we could only do like 2 smoothies. So it was I understand, because it was kind of like taken away from their like.
No, yeah, I understood that, but the reason I specifically did it was because they said free smoothies for your family. So like if they all came in, they would all get it free anyway. So that's what I was thinking. But and a lot of the times, like their smoothies would already been made in the freezer.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Especially if like a lot of mistakes was going on, there's always leftover smoothies and anybody could take it home.
Exactly.
But you know, and even if you make a smoothie that's extra, you can even pour
some. We'd be drinking some.
It's like free smoothie. Like,
exactly.
You know.
So sometimes I'd be taking home 8 smoothies.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever have to work there by yourself?
Mm-mm. That's actually, I would actually leave if I was forced to work by myself.
Like for the whole shift, that's not possible.
The minimum was 2. I think the good amount should be like at least 3 people, but sometimes we had 2, especially in the winter, because we would be like really slow.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't you just like open by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the only time you'd ever be by yourself if you're like opening in the morning during the winter and nobody cares.
Exactly.
You know? Do you get paid weekly or bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly. Say you need to go on vacation and most take a week off. What's the best way to tell my boss?
I would say 2 weeks ahead of time, or even earlier, and then remind them later on. Because if you wait till too late, that's just gonna cause like problems and stress for your boss.
Did you have to memorize all the smoothies by a week?
Mm-mm.
You don't have to memorize any of them.
Yeah.
Like you can go the whole time you're working there without knowing a single one. But we knew angel food like that.
Banana boat.
Like that. Pineapple surf. Like that.
Peanut pie fudge.
You did. Because like some people will order angel food. I'll just hear on the thing, here you are.
We would literally be so quick.
We're so fast.
They'd be like,
is this fresh? Is it
like,
new?
You know, we just started. Like that's the thing that I kind of missed. We were so fast.
We were too fast.
And like we just had customers in and out.
I have an interview on Wednesday. Any tips on what I should do or say when I get there? I'm so nervous. There's no need to be nervous. You'll probably get the job. You probably have the job by now because it's been 8 months. Just be honest. Like I don't think they care if you have past experience or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a really good starter job, or like for someone with no experience. So unless they just really don't need people, it's as long as you're like, you come not looking, you know, crazy, and then you answer their questions politely and, you know, to the best of your ability, you should be fine. Because first impressions are really important, but then again, it's not too serious. Like
our store hired a few people that I was surprised about.
To the point you're just like, were y'all thinking when y'all hired them? Not to be mean, but I'm just saying, how did you get hired?
Right. How do you make the banana boat?
A good amount of bananas, a little bit of sugar, vanilla frozen yogurt, and then dairy whey blend.
How much is the pay?
It ranges, I think, for your location, how busy it is, you know, where you're at. The minimum for us after a while was 8, and then, you know, the most could get up to like 14.
How healthy are the smoothies, and do they add sugar?
It just depends on your smoothie. I think some of the smoothies are actually really, really healthy, but if you get something like the angel food, it's just sugar. Look at the ingredients and then also the nutrition facts, and you'll know like which ones are healthy and which ones to stay away from.
You can ask not to put sugar in it. What's all of the ingredients in the Angel Food Slim besides what's on the menu?
Everything that's on the menu is actually going to be in there.
Exactly what I said, yeah. What makes the smoothie so thick? Do y'all guys add xanthan gum?
We use ice, so if you put too much, it can make it thick. If you put too much protein, it can make it thick, like in
I would
texture.
know. Like, it makes it gross thick. You don't even want to drink that.
Yeah. So it's like, we don't use any like artificial random ingredients. It's either ice or just too much of something that's frozen or protein. Yeah.
Please give me the ingredients of the smoothie you made yourself. So like for this comment, I didn't know if they were talking about me or talking about you. So what do you usually put in your smoothies?
I usually like peanut butter smoothies. Yeah. So I love peanut butter and banana smoothies. I
like making different kind of yogurt delights. You know, I put yogurt and then like a different fruit. I think my favorite one was the pineapple. Oh, it was mango. You're right. Yeah. It was mango, and pineapple was gross. Like pineapple yogurt. Oh my gosh, it was so bitter. But the mango with the yogurt, it was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I were to actually be real, it would just be yogurt with like chocolate. That's really good too.
And then I also like veggies. So if I do make a smoothie, I like to put like veggies.
And that one thing.
What?
Dates.
Oh yeah, I love dates.
Her smoothies are peanut butter, dates, veggies.
Because if you don't want sugar, dates are literally so sweet. Like, it's really good. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really like the dates, but how do you make the peanut power plus with strawberries? It's the best one.
Yes, you were right. The peanut power. I honestly want to go there and get it right now. Like, it's actually so good. But pretty much, you need some peanut butter, bananas, some strawberries, sugar in that as well, and then protein blended milk.
Didn't people say that one tastes like a peanut butter jelly? Was it that
some one? Some people say it tastes like that, but to me, I just like peanut butter. So
I don't really like peanut butter like that.
It's so good.
How do you make the peanut butter power smoothie? Is that the same one as the strawberries, just without strawberries?
Yeah, right? It's the same thing without strawberries. And if you want the chocolate one, you just put cocoa in it a little bit. So
why are there no Smoothie Kings in California?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I mean, I think they can get good business there, but, well, I don't know.
Right. Is there a recipe book you can follow, or do you have to remember every drink, or is there a screen that tells you what to put in it?
So, yeah, like we said, it's a ticket that comes out. It just has every single ingredient you need.
Every single thing.
And what to blend it on. And
down to the water, down to the ice, down to what number you click on the blender.
So you'll never have to, like, memorize it or just, like, have to check a book.
It's like, it's better when you do kind of know. When people first start working there, they'll be like,
yeah, you would see them just looking at each one, and it would take like 3 minutes to make a 30-second smoothie, which is fine, but it's like, you know.
But like if you're working there for like 5 months, 6 months, and you're still it's almost like, all right, you know, let's speed it up just a little bit. It's almost like I should just snatch the blender from them.
Just snatch it. I got it. Go to the cash register.
Does the recipe tell you how much of each ingredient to put in the blender? Yes, it does. Do they hire people who have never worked drive-through or fast food before?
Yes, they do. Because both of us came in, never had experience.
So, yeah. Was it hard to learn the menu?
Again, no.
No, it wasn't that hard.
It becomes like second nature.
Okay.
But it really does.
Yeah. How long have you been working there? I worked there for, I think it was 7 or 8 months.
And I worked there for 2 years and a month.
She worked there for a while.
A really long time.
She had to quit.
The money I was making is very appreciative, and it's like literally a 20-minute walk to my house. Looking at my pay stubs, it's like, compared to what I'm making now, I downgraded like bad.
After over 2 years, at that point you have to leave.
Especially since it's not like I'm trying to do anything with that type of, like I'm not trying to have my own like food industry or anything like that. I mean, business.
Like someone who works there.
Yeah. They might still work there.
Yeah. Why do you want to quit? Because of the job or because there was a higher paying one?
We also both did summer school for nursing because we're both nursing majors.
Yeah.
So honestly, we kind of wanted to break and to focus on that because during the summertime, no one wants to be in school. And like, so we just kind of wanted that break.
Like, your classes are accelerated. It's like you're doing too much and it's supposed to be summer break.
Exactly. And although it's not like we couldn't work, that we could if we wanted to and do summer school, but it was just more for like having that break.
Yeah.
You know?
Not to mention Smoothie King gets really busy during the summer.
Really busy. Like wintertime would be different, but in the summer, when I tell you, it's like non-stop cars.
Because like one of the employees would be like, "You don't want to work here during the summer." I'm like, "I sure don't."
Yeah. And like, I know, because I've been there for like
I've never worked this
3
summer.
different summers. So.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
Do you have to speak to other employees in order to get the tax done, or can you do things with minimal talking?
I think you can do things with minimal talking. However, I think it is important to communicate with everybody, because when you don't, it's random issues and problems and mistakes. So it's like, you don't, it actually depends. Like, if you're in the back of the house, you don't have to talk to nobody.
At that, you actually don't have to.
You can even be with like one of your friends, and y'all could just be working, and you know.
Yeah, put your earbuds in, just watch something on your phone. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what we always used to do. We've had a few like arguments or like issues happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, you do want to talk.
After you make a smoothie, do you have to clean the blender out for the next smoothie you make?
Yes. Well, we power wash it. And at the end, that's when we sanitize it. But you don't want to keep like the old smoothie in there.
Unless what?
It's the same exact smoothie.
Exactly. You make the smoothie, you wash it, and then you put it on a thing. And you only have like what, 9 or 12 blenders, so you have to wash it at some point.
Yeah.
You can't just make them pile up.
And it has in the past, and it's a lot of work, especially when it's busy. It's so annoying.
I remember the first time I worked there, they put me on dishes. Ooh. I actually wanted to quit that very moment.
You don't understand. It seems so easy, but when you're there for a while and it's just non-stop smoothies and it's like a Friday,
right?
Stuff, it's a lot.
And then the water splashing on your face.
Yeah, the smoothie splashing back on you.
And then you also have to wash the spoons at night. Oh my god,
it's a lot of work, especially like the peanut butter ones. Ooh.
Do you make a bit off of tips?
Originally, I kind of did, because it was like not individual, but I feel like it was we would get cash, and it would be every shift, but then it started just going on our our paycheck, and it really wasn't a lot, because we would split it between every single body, and it's like, even if you made that tip, they didn't allow us to take it.
What's the most off of tips you've ever made?
Might have been like 20.
I don't even remember, so I said 15. Do you press the headset to talk and again to turn it off?
Yeah, make sure you do. It's like you have to get used to it, to turning on and turning off, but please don't forget, because if a customer's there and you start talking stuff about them or anything like that.
Ooh, that customer's annoying. They're going to hear you.
I feel like that's happened. You get used to it, but make sure you like, let me keep this
Or
off.
if you're talking about somebody else, like somebody else that works with y'all, they can hear you too.
When I was new, there was this girl, she started talking about this guy who was like really not good at like working, and she was just straight up talking about him, and later on found out that he had a headset on the whole time. So it was like, keep it to yourself.
Right? Like at that point, just take off the headset.
Yeah, and just say it to people's face. But I think the headsets are kind of fun sometimes, just to, we can be in different areas and just communicate and laugh.
Thank you so much for asking all these questions. Maybe I might make another Smoothie King video. They're clearly getting a lot of views. Thank you, former assistant manager of Smoothie King, for joining me on my video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Hi guys. Today I have a special guest.
Deja.
No, I know, that's what I think. Alright, that's
I might be mixing.
Oh,
I might be messing it up.